The Yellow Brick Road. This video does not reflect the actual views of real people. These are actors playing a role to entertain audiences. No persons or animals were harmed in the making of this video. Gosh, I love YouTube and I love Google.
You gotta get like catch up, anyway. Like you're the one that fucking did it.
Alright. We're gonna talk kittens playing with balls of yarn. That's what politics is reduced to at this point. It's children with their toys. So I'm like rummaging through Twitter and I find out, what's this? Sarah Sanders, apparently either earlier in the week or last week or something. Either earlier in the week or last week, she was refused service at some restaurant. Red Hen. I wouldn't want to eat there anyways, but it is what it is. And now, today, breaking news, she will be provided Secret Service. The Secret Service will be providing security at her home now on a temporary basis. Because apparently she's been receiving threats. In this video clip she mentions, I think it was Peter Fonda, a random actor. That was probably being facetious, but it's politics, so we take everything literal and serious. Let's hear this bullshit.
We want to take you now to the White House briefing room where Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders is speaking to reporters.
Yeah.
Let's listen in.
A Hollywood actor publicly encouraged people to kidnap my children. And this week...
That's probably her playing politics. I don't think she really thinks this famous, well-known actor is gonna, whatever, her kids or kidnap them or whatever the fuck. She's playing politics, as in getting, like, fucking revving shit up. She can say, I take the moral high ground here. Blah, blah, blah. Now let's hear some more.
Again, a member of Congress called for people to push back and make clear to those serving their country in this administration that they are not welcome anywhere, anytime, for anything. Healthy debate on ideas and political philosophy is important, but the calls for harassment and push for any Trump supporter to avoid the public is unacceptable. America is a great country, and our ability to find solutions despite those disagreements is what makes us unique. That is exactly what President Trump has done for all Americans by building a booming economy with record low unemployment for African Americans and Hispanics. The defeat...
This all smells like empty fucking rhetoric. As soon as you hear, like, this is what politics is all about. It's about coming together and finding, you know, a similar opinion of how things should go. And then 10 seconds later, Trump has helped the economy. He's helped workers. He's, you know, our military strong. Like, it's empty rhetoric, man. In my opinion, I don't know that. I can't read her mind. So the reason I'm even talking about any of this fucking bullshit is that I think we need to look at politics as the way it actually is, which is almost like it's a system, just like capitalism or socialism or whatever. It's a neutral fucking thing. We add the meaning to it. Now, in what we're doing now, when we add what meaning we're adding to it, is this push and pull of victory versus vengeance type thing. They might actually be combining them in some spots. It's fucking video freezing. Shit. Oh well, you can listen. it's politics has almost turned into like a war venture on its own, where it's revenge is equaled as victory in a lot of cases. If my side does something, then the other side must counteract it with some sort of vengeful action. If we can't have, or if immigrants or kids are being separated from parents and all that shit, we have to take away certain privileges of the other political party. You can't come to my restaurant. You can't shop here. Shit like that. And it's no real victories here. If you hear loud, heavy breathing, it's nothing suspect going on. It's just some dude lifting weights. But yeah, it's turned into where the victories are just vengeance, really, just acts of vengeance, rather than, okay, let's all stop what we're doing. Let's truly examine all the ideas out there, find the best ones, and then sort of compete those ideas. Turn it into like a March Madness of ideas. Rather than, I'm on this team, and my only victory is to take down the other team. It might be the dumbest ideology ever. And that's what modern politics seems to be. Let's see. And yeah, this video should just be about fucking dumb fucking politics. So, alright, so I don't have the quote here, but I believe Maxine Waters, a senator from California, I think, proposed basically, I believe she proposed running up on Republican political leaders and sort of, verbally giving them the business. Let me try to find the fucking quote for this shit. See if I can find that quote. I believe she was saying, like, take the protest everywhere. Anytime you see a Republican official, sort of run up on them and, protest something. I don't know, the immigrant ban, the travel ban, which happened, something they announced today, to where the Supreme Court has upheld Trump's travel ban, which was Obama's travel ban, but, Let's see. This is why we need a Jamie here, so I don't have to fucking look this up while I'm doing it.
You could have fucking done it, but you don't want to do it.
I just need a quote. That's all I need.
I mean, look, Jamie, Joey, in one won't use the excuse of, I went to school.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Corbin says, well, I went to school. It's like, but you're something else, buddy. You're a hybrid. You're a hybrid.
Yeah, I'm almost losing interest here, so,
Fuck it.
okay. Nonviolent civil disobedience towards anyone who likes the color red, apparently. So that's the Democrats' revenge victory. It's like, oh, you're gonna have a travel ban. You're gonna have immigrant children being taken from their parents. Our reaction is, we'll protest you in public. We'll ban you from things. And then you have another reaction. The right-wing, I don't know what the fuck you call him. He's not a journalist. I say social commenter, professional troll. Milo Yiannopoulos. As you can see by the headline, Milo encourages vigilantes to start gunning journalists down. I'm sure that's taken out of context. Actually, it might not be, since he's such a prolific troll. That's what he does, man. Let's read some of this.
He's the measuring stick.
Let's see how good my eyesight is.
It's like, are you this annoying?
Right. Milo Yiannopoulos has started issuing reporters threatening messages when asked to comment for stories. Quote, I can't wait for the vigilante squads to start gunning journalists down on site. The right-wing nationalist told Observer over text message in response to a longer feature in development about an Upper East Side restaurant he is said to frequent. When asked to elaborate on who specifically had upset him, Yiannopoulos explained that the statement was his standard response to a request for a comment. So, that sounds like partial trolling and partially revenge is victory politics. It's his version of a protest. He's his way of just saying fuck you, basically. He's not really, I don't think he's really cheering on vigilantes to gun up and shoot people down. Let's see. Yiannopoulos also sent the message to the Daily Beast Will Sommer in an article examining the struggling UK Independence Party, which the Conservative commentator is reportedly seeking to join as part of what an InfoWars host describes as a soft coup led by nationalist figures. Yiannopoulos posted a picture on Instagram of the veiled threat issued to Sommer, captioning it, "Where's the lie?" Okay. So, so here's the Instagram photo, Yiannopoulos. Copy and pasted. Asked about his decision to join the party, Yiannopoulos wrote in an email that he can't wait for vigilante squads to start gunning journalists down on site. That's probably the blackest shit he's ever said. On site. Pew, pew. Gets a little juicier though. Look at this. Over the past 18 months, the provocative nationalist has seen his career implode following a BuzzFeed report linking his tenure at Breitbart to known white supremacists and neo-Nazis. After the piece's publication, Yiannopoulos lost funding from the Mercer family, known in the political world as prominent pro-Trump mega donors, and subsequently elevated his racist rhetoric. All right, the Observer's clearly shitting on this guy. And that's pretty apparent. This past weekend, the Nationals bragged on Facebook and Instagram that he'd sent $14.88 to the New Yorker's former fact-checker, Talia Lavin. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, which I heard is also suspect. Thank you, James Corbett. The number 1488 is a combination of digits popularly used by white supremacists and neo-Nazis. 14 to represent the infamous 14 words, a mantra about securing a future for white children, and 88 to represent Heil Hitler. Lavin is Jewish. So is Yiannopoulos. And he's gay. Fuck. This guy's an anomaly, man. So apparently, politics is diving into numerology too. $14.88 is a. All right, let me just stop here. Shouldn't it be clear that he's trolling? He's gay and Jewish. Why would he have a love for Hitler? Like a serious love for Hitler? Why else would he say that other than to get a reaction from you? And you to scream, racist, racist, anti-Semitic, when he's Jewish himself. Does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. What? Yeah, but they would just murder him. Except for George Soros. It's a Nazi helper.
They probably invented O's.
They get literal when it comes to things about like race or gender and shit like that, or sexuality. But when it comes to something like morality, it's like, oh, it's all gray area, so we gotta group together and, you know, whoever votes the most for this idea, that's the moral thing to do. That's our politics, man. In fact, that's might have been what politics was designed to be in the first place, you know. And I understand why democracy seems like the shining light in the sky. It's because it came after like monarchy and, you know, rich royalty dictating what you do with your life. And yes, everyone should have a say. But at the same time, our politicians shouldn't be these empty robots that do whatever the public says. They should be leaders with their own fucking moral compass to stand up and say something to the rest of the populace. Like, they should be the dad slapping the gun out of the little kid's hand. Like, no, you shouldn't be using that. Instead, we get empty shells that just follow whatever the populace says. And it's not even the same populace, really. Everyone's scattered everywhere else. There's people that live in rural areas, and there's people that live in cities. A lot of people that live in cities. So, and like people want to switch to the popular vote when it's like, okay, first of all, you have to prove to me that brainwashing does not exist. Then I'll agree with the populace or a popular vote dictating who's president or not. Because it seems a little suspect to me that, especially New York and California, vote for the same exact party every single fucking time. If they were truly individually thinking and progressive thinking, they would have voted third party majority years ago, man. Ralph Nader time. They wouldn't be waiting. I don't know. Clinton, really? Majority Clinton in New York and California. When Jill Stein was there, you could have actually wrote in Bernie Sanders if you wanted to. Not that I'm feeling those guys too much. This is horseshit. That's my little spiel on politics and these stories. And my moral of the story is the modern political climate you see going on. What's going on right now is just this revenge politics, revenge victories. It's basically war. It seems to have the principles of war. Look throughout history and tell me what all the winners, the social winners, have in common. Most likely they won a war. What happens with that? war becomes the winner, not the society. Like right now, America's on top because of war. If some other nation grows up stronger than them and knocks them over, that'll be because of war. And it's the countries, as far as their triumphs, lose value. And the action and ideas and ideology of fighting wars basically, their value goes up because because war is the actual winner throughout history. All these different empires have come and gone, but war is constant. And don't expect these fucking politicians to ever say anything resembling that, or even examining it. In fact, don't even look at maybe 95% of the population to even look at that. They'll say Bush is the problem, then they'll say Obama's the problem, then they'll say Trump is the problem, then they'll say Clinton's the problem, then they'll say the deep state, and then they'll say that. Like, look at war as what it is, break that idea down to where you can at least attempt to build a society that's permanently anti-war. Shut up. And look at the 2016 election, and I hear this from Jimmy Dore all the time. Where the fuck was the anti-war movement? Where'd that go? Just like Bush went away, so that just went away too? Were they rocked to sleep by Barack Obama? Probably. Did they come back to life? They still haven't come back to life, because if they start arguing war policy about Trump, they have to look back at what Obama did. They're I'd say pretty fucking similar. Trump probably ramped it up a little more, but still very similar. And you probably run through all these other, the immigration thing, the travel ban, all that shit. You probably run into similar policies happening under Obama, which happened under Bush, which happened under Clinton, and you just follow it back. So, if you're going to stick to the political game, good luck. Study some philosophy or some shit. Peace out. Oh wait, subscribe and thumbs down.